The following episode may contain inappropriate material. Listener discretion is advised.
Everybody, welcome to a fabulous episode of Mattalk. It is Jason and John. We are here. We are live. We are surviving. It is Wednesday to pull back the curtain a little bit. And the reason I'm revealing that is because NCIS Hawaii premiered last night. And I checked it out today. And my question to you, John, is, so a few years back, we had Hawaii Five-0 that ended. Thought that show was fine. Now we have NCIS Hawaii, because Hawaii Five-0 was part of the NCIS universe. So why are we having another Hawaii show within the NCIS universe so quickly after the last one ended?
Okay, this is news to me. I had no idea there was an NCIS Hawaii. I had zero clue. So this is all brand new to me.
Yeah, ever since I've been and was in high school, me and my friend, we always watched all the premieres of the new shows to see what we liked and what we didn't like. So I'm trying to keep that going, and I watched this one. It's the same as all the other NCIS, CSIs, and FBIs, and Law and Orders. It's the same as all of those types of shows. So if you're into that, it's fine. I just was really perplexed that we have another NCIS Hawaii show so quickly after they got rid of the last one.
So they're still not what I wanted to see, and they're still not doing it. I want to see a real challenge. NCIS Des Moines, Iowa, represent. That's what I want to see.
Maybe we'll get it someday. I want NCIS Columbus. Or it probably wouldn't be NCIS Columbus. I don't think we have a whole lot of naval stuff going down in Columbus, Ohio. But
correct, yes. Yeah, we have a lot of homicides, though.
Yeah, CSI Columbus, everybody. Let's get on
it. Who stars in this?
It is a very beautiful woman. I'm pulling up her name now. It was Vanessa Manillo.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of her. Yeah, she is a very attractive young lady, and she's a very good actress, too.
Yeah, no, like I said, the show is as good as all the other shows just like this. It's another nice addition. I might keep watching it for a little while, but I was just really confused by why we needed another one so quickly.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess Hawaii Five-0 kind of ended because the cast was done.
I don't know what to tell you, man. You know what is a fabulous show that has no, imitators?
What's that?
Matlock.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Matlock. He is in our living rooms whenever we decide to put him on, because I have the DVD series. But he can be in your living room every day if you just turn on Pluto TV.
You know, a gripe I've heard from some people is that they only have certain episodes, apparently, because it seems to be the same 7-8 episodes in rotation.
Are they all from that last season?
I think they are.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. You need to go to Amazon.com and place your order for Matlock on DVD.
We never even still gave away season 1, by the way, folks. If you want season 1 on DVD, you got to hit us up. We will come up with some type of challenge for folks. We got to really get on that.
We do. We really do. We got to get more out there on the social medias promoting.
That's right. All right. Well, then, Jason, if you are ready, shall we go ahead and start our opening statement? All right. The episode that we're going to take a look at is The Best Friend. It originally aired on December 8th, 1987. And Jason, there's not a lot of guest stars, to be very honest. Many of these people that guest starred, they had one-shots here on this TV series or this TV series or that TV series. The only two that I mentioned here, I jotted down. The first one is Catherine Cannon, who was in the original episode, Diary of a Perfect Murder. She was Linda Coolidge, but this time she returns to Matlock as Dr. Sarah Perlman.
I thought she looked familiar.
Yeah. Yep. She's from way back at the very first episode. And the other individual I mentioned is Jean Bruce Scott. She will play television personality Sylvia Richland. Interestingly enough, by the way, as a side note, Sylvia Richland will show up again in about one more season, the very next season, actually, as a matter of fact. But she was also formerly known as Jessica Blake on Days of Our Lives, Maggie Poole on Magnum T.I., and Caitlin O'Shaughnessy on Airwolf. Were you a fan of Airwolf?
I've never seen Airwolf, but that is an 80s lineup if I've ever heard one before.
That is. So you never watched Airwolf?
I've never seen Airwolf, no.
How about Blue Thunder?
Never seen Blue Thunder.
Oh, man. Like on the playground, it was a big deal. Are you on Team Airwolf or are you on Team Blue Thunder? I was on Team Blue Thunder. Little did I know, fast forward like 30 some odd years, I'd watched the movie Blue Thunder. It's not a very good movie, in which the TV show was based on, by the way. But yeah,
is that the one with the little puppets?
Little puppets?
Is that the one with the puppets, Blue Thunder?
What are you talking about? No, it's a police helicopter that fights crime.
Oh yeah, it's not what I'm thinking now. I played the NES game. I'm pretty sure there's an NES game for it.
Blue Thunder? You're looking it up right now. Ladies and gentlemen, he's actually looking it up. You cannot see him, but he's looking it up right now.
Yeah, it was an NES game.
All right. Although Airwolf had the better theme song. All right, enough about Airwolf and Blue Thunder and all those other 80s staples. But that's all I got, man, for guest stars. And so that means that we are getting set, Jason, for you to give an opinion. Your opinion, only your opinion. Are you ready to
testify?
All right, the plot of this episode is an author is murdered while he was helping a senator's ex-wife write a tell-all expose. Our opening scene is the murder. I mean, I love it. We're cutting right to the chase, Jason. Opening scene, we're killing somebody. What'd you think?
Nice. That's the way I expect all of these shows to start, though, is with the opening murder.
Yeah, but we haven't had that. There's always, I mean, I don't think we've had that in quite a few episodes.
No, it's been a minute.
Especially not season 2. We've had a little bit of a exposition, but this time we're going right in, guns blazing, man. In fact, I was so confused, I didn't even know who they killed. So I had to wait a few moments, but Stephen Cassidy was the writer who was shot in the opening scene. And then we cut to Ben. Ben got tickets, man, to Gilbert and Sullivan. And he wants to take Julie to the show, but she unfortunately has made plans. Aww.
But it's Friday. So does Ben and her have a standing Friday date?
I that's what I read into that, yes.
Oh, yeah, you don't do that.
No, you don't. I don't know. I felt really bad for Ben. I felt like, aw. Apparently it's revealed from Julie that the Stephen Cassidy case is dropped on him, that Vanessa Douglas, the ex-wife of Senator Douglas, is the prime suspect. I felt like Julie was acting incredibly weird at this beginning part. Like, you know, agreed with what you said. They have the standing date, we think, and she's canceling, and she's acting weird and kind of short with Ben. I didn't know what was going on with this.
She has a crush on that younger guy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, Ben offers the tickets to the hot dog vendor, who doesn't know who Gilbert Sullivan is.
I like how the hot dog vendor is number 2 under girlfriend.
Right.
It goes girlfriend, hot dog vendor, other hot dog vendor, and then Tyler, and then everybody else.
Ray Templeton's on that list. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, as Ben is eating a hot dog, Dr. Sarah Perlman walks up to him and starts asking him to defend Vanessa. I thought that was kind of rude. You're interrupting the man's hot dog to just barge in and give like, hey, she's innocent. I don't think she could do this, blah, 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 blah.
You'd never interrupt a man eating a hot dog.
No.
Especially that man.
Well, Ben meets with Vanessa, who tells all about her life with the senator. The senator is James Douglas. He has a mistress. And while he has a mistress, Vanessa doesn't have an alibi. But Ben says he will take the case, but only after Dr. Perlman says, "Oh, you cost $100,000? I got it. I got you covered. I got the cash. I got the house. I got stocks. I got you." Again, we go back to Ben might be the original member of the Wu-Tang Clan because Cream, baby, cash rules everything around me.
That's right, man. Ben, he wants his money. He will do your case, but he wants his money.
Yeah, he wants the Benjamins. You know what I'm saying?
All right, it's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Well, Julie is also at the police station, and she talks to Ben, and again, she's kind of being really weird around him. She mentions that the murder weapon has just been discovered. It's a gun that was found in Jessica's car. However, that doesn't stop Vanessa from getting released on bail. And this is where you mentioned the younger man. Ben in the hallway of the courtroom meets Jeffrey. And I put down here, jealous much, Ben. I didn't guess. I guess for me, I looked at it that Jeffrey was interested in Julie, not the other way around.
Yeah, no, it was definitely Julie interested in Ben.
It makes sense now. That's why I had that epiphany when you said she has a crush on Jeffrey. It never clicked with me. Well, Vanessa and Ben go to visit Stephen's place. Dr. Sarah apparently is the one that gave Vanessa a gun. Vanessa claims that the gun ended up being missing for the last few months. You would think that would be the first thing that you would report, right? Like, if it showed up missing and it's the only thing missing, because it doesn't sound like, oh, my house got robbed and jewelry was stolen and a gun and cash and the TV, blah, 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 blah. Oh, the gun. You would think that would be a red flag, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it'd be a huge red flag. That's a red flag in this story as well.
Yes, it is. We cut to a scene where Vanessa and Ben enter Stephen's study. And man, let me just tell you, this study is pretty top notch, man. It was pretty nice.
Yeah, that's like a study out of Clue.
Yeah, I thought that too. I was like, is this from an Agatha Christie mystery? One thing that is a mystery to Ben, that's technology. Because he doesn't understand those newfangled computers and word processor and all that stuff. Could you imagine him with an iPhone?
That would be funny.
Could you just imagine that, ladies and gentlemen? Ben Matlock trying to figure out how to swipe and get like apps to open and all that jazz. Oh,
order
my gosh.
hot dogs through DoorDash.
Yeah. Oh, if only there was DoorDash in 1987. Only if. Oh man, Ben Matlock's he would be in heaven. So Michelle chats with Sylvia. And Sylvia claims that she is adamant that she saw Vanessa go into Stephen's home the night of the murder. And so Ben decides to go and visit the Douglas home. He talks to, I guess, what we would call Dad Douglas and then Senator James Douglas. They claim that Stephen came to check facts. They kind of talk about the fact that Vanessa had mental health issues. She was spending all kind of money. James Douglas claims he has a tape of the interview with Steve. He'll be happy to drop it off. Okay, this is the one thing that I guess I'm going to let a little bit of the cat out of the bag here. I found the Douglases to be ridiculous. These two guys. I don't know who the actors were, but they were chewing up the scenery left and right, man. They were really overacting.
Yeah, I had issues because there's not a lot of likable people in this episode.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll leave that for the end. Sorry, folks. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. When Ben shows up to Vanessa's house, he finds her packing and getting ready to leave town because that always works, by the way. And Ben convinces her not. And then Dr. Perlman gives her something to make her sleep.
Yeah, they'll be on you in 24 hours.
Yeah, 24 hours. I was like, I think that's an over-exaggeration, Ben, but they'll eventually find you. You know, the authorities will. But I think that this was put in here because, you know, James Douglas made the comment about her mental health issues. So that, oh, here she goes. She's panicking. She's trying to leave. We got to sedate her. You know, I think that kind of just bolsters this theory that she's one crazy woman, you know. And now, our favorite part of the show. Enter our favorite private investigator, Tyler Hudson. And Tyler, he's learning how to use a computer. Jason, do you remember instruction manuals coming with computers? as a kid?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, they had some kind of like a how-to. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Packard Bell I bought. But this is before even the Packard Bell. Like this is back in '80s territory with like the Apple IIs, and I don't know.
Because see, I'm trying to think. I had a word processor, and it did come with a manual that would tell you like what the different buttons used and how to turn it on and that. But I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't remember my first PC ever coming with an instruction manual.
Yeah, but you were what, 10?
What? Is that an old joke? Are you trying to make an old joke?
How old were you when you got your first PC?
Wow.
I think I was 10 when we got a real one, not one from a garage sale. 10 or 12, we got a Packard Bell.
I'm gonna say 1996.
I think that's about the same, man. It's about the time Cable Guy came out, because I remember I logged onto the internet and I spent like 72 hours downloading a 30-second clip from the upcoming Jim Carrey movie called Cable Guy. I was very excited to watch my 30-second clip. All pixelated. It looked awful.
Oh, of course, man. Oh my gosh. Oh, those were the days. All right, well, let's enter a new person that knows a little bit more about technology. His name is Lamont. And so Lamont shows up and exclaims that he's there. He's going to be looking for this book, too, that's supposedly on a floppy disk. Eventually, Tyler feels that it's hidden in one of the books, that the floppy disk has got to be around there somewhere.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. So the guy comes in, he says that he's with the DA's office. Wouldn't they ask Tyler for a warrant?
Wouldn't Tyler ask for some sort of identification? Like, oh, really? You are? Let me see some ID, please.
Yeah, they should both be IDing each other. Like,
yeah.
Everything about this scene is completely off.
Yeah. Well, when Tyler finds the floppy disk, Lamont sucker punches him with an encyclopedia and steals it. He destroys the disk, but Tyler grabs him and roughs him up a little bit. I hate liars. That was his exclamation. I don't know. I think that this was a way to kind of put in some comedy, but I don't know. It fell flat. I felt this scene did.
Oh yeah, I was not a fan.
Yeah. Ben goes and confronts James Douglas about Lamont. He also serves them with subpoenas. We go back to the courthouse where Ben runs into Jeffrey. And again, he's a little bit jealous of Jeffrey, as he probably should be.
Yeah, he's moving in on his woman. He's cougar hunting.
But now that you've said that it was the other way around, it was Julie was interested in him, it makes sense because some of their interactions were kind of awkward, and that makes perfect sense. Because I was going the other way around, that Jeffrey was interested in her. Okay, this little, pun intended, bullet point causes quite a controversy and causes quite a heated exchange between Julie and Ben, and that is that the gun used in the murder was a .45 caliber pistol, and Ben points out that that's a hell of a gun to use, and that's a hell of a gun for a woman to use. I don't want to cause controversy, but I kind of agree with Ben. You got to be a strong person to hold on to a .45 caliber pistol, and that, I don't care gender wise. I mean, men or women, that's a lot of pistol.
Yeah, it is.
And I also wanted to say, I don't know that if you shot Steven with a .45 pistol, like he would have died like he did at the beginning of the episode, because that's put a big hole in you.
So hold on real quick. Was that scene with Tyler? That's the only scene with Tyler we had in this entire episode, right?
That is correct. Yes.
Yeah. It was so random.
It was. Sylvia Richland is put on the stand, and man, oh man, theme, we're seeing some shoulder pads. Those were ridiculous. Let me just say, Sylvia was rocking some massive shoulder pads, man.
Yeah. I saw them and I'm like, yeah, John's got thoughts.
Oh, I do. So it's proven that Steven was in touch with Sylvia despite her claims that she hadn't heard from him in a very long time. And it's revealed that actually Sylvia and Steve, they were kind of a couple. We cut to a scene, and it's a very short scene, but it happens multiple times. Detective Bob Brooks was on the stand previous when the whole controversy about a .45 caliber pistol being used by a woman happens. Why is he sitting second chair with Julie? He's not a freaking attorney. He shouldn't be sitting next to her at the table.
It looked good on screen.
Oh, okay. So that's the excuse.
Maybe she was using him to distract Matlock.
How? Did she fancy Bob Brooks with his nice bald head and his nice suit?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, it's revealed that Sylvia actually had a relationship with somebody before Stephen, and that would be the senator, James Douglas. And now, here we come to a very interesting part of the show. Ben asks for a recess so that he can talk to his client, Vanessa, in private. And so Ben confronts Vanessa saying, the doorbell didn't work on the house. The killer would knock. So since you did not knock, you have to be the killer. And Vanessa flat out just tells him, and I quote, your job is to defend me no matter what. How about this twist, Jason? How about this twist?
He's got a guilty client.
Yeah, we've never seen that before on Matlock.
No, and I like what he does next.
Yes, so he's going to pull some hijinks, which, as I wrote down, I have a feeling that this is, totally, I called this, right? We're going to have a demonstration in the courtroom. What we're going to do is we're going to put old Sylvia back on the stand. We're going to lower the lights, and we're just going to adjust the lights to just the way they were on that fateful night. And she's going to try to identify Vanessa. So Vanessa goes out. She comes back in. Lights are low. Stop. Turn on the lights. What do you know? It's Dr. Perlman in a wig.
Yeah.
She was duped. She was duped, Jason.
Yeah, and then Matlock really goes into her.
Yes, and so now the doctor is on the stand, and oh man, she prescribed sedatives to Vanessa. Ben is going after her like a saber-toothed tiger, man.
Yeah, Ben's going hard.
Yeah, he's going hard in the paint, as they say in the NBA. Yeah, he is grilling Dr. Sarah. And of course, as I predicted while I was watching this was to force Vanessa into admitting she was the killer because, it's throughout the whole entire episode. It's mentioned how Dr. Sarah and Vanessa were such good friends, such close friends. And so, turns out, I was right. Did you have the same thoughts, Jason? Were you also right?
Yes, I'm like, well, this could go either way. Either he's going to get her to confess, or maybe this lady meant nothing to her and she's just going to let it stand.
Mm-hmm. So Vanessa does plead with Ben to stop, and then she enters a guilty plea. And I wrote this down, and they didn't say it, but I wrote it down in my notes. Is this a loss for Benjamin Matlock?
They did say it.
I know. And outside on the steps of the courthouse, Jeffrey and Julie, they start arguing about Ben's methods because Jeffrey made a snide comment about something to Ben, and he retorted. And lo and behold, that's enough to break the spell of Julie March with this Jeffrey bozo, and she accepts the dinner offer from Matlock.
They ride off into the sunset on horses, and there's no horses.
You know what? How much do you think those tickets to Gilbert and Sullivan ran?
$27.
Is it said in the episode?
No.
Oh, you're just picking $27.
I'm basing it off of the year.
I think it would be more than $27.
You think so?
I think so. Even in 1987. I mean, you're going to go see like the Michael Jordan's Broadway shows, Gilbert and Sullivan.
Yeah.
So I'm going there easily $150 a piece. Ladies and gentlemen, he's looking it up right now. He is. You can't see it, but he's damn determined to find out how much were tickets for Gilbert and Sullivan.
They were, well, that's the playbill. Let's see here. Average ticket was $20.72.
Well, scratch my back with a hacksaw, as Mike Lang would say. I never would have guessed that. I would have thought easily it would be three figures, be $100 and higher. Huh. All right. Jason, do you have any other notes you'd like to go over before we move on into our final segment?
I don't think so.
All right, then it's time for our closing statements. This is the part of the podcast where Jason and I will rate this episode. We will rate it based on a gavel system. 5 gavels for an absolutely awesome episode, down to 1 gavel for a lousy episode. Not only will we give you our rating, but we'll also justify why we gave it. May I go first, Jason?
Yeah, of course.
I gave this episode 4 gavels. I really liked it. I liked that Ben loses because that was something we hadn't seen before. I liked the twists and turns, that Vanessa really did kill Steven. I liked the little bit of jealousy from Ben, when Julie was talking to Jeffrey. So I liked those things. I liked the motive in the case itself. What I didn't like was that there was not a lot of Tyler. I also did not like, as I mentioned already, I felt that the actors playing the Douglases, Senator Douglas and Old Man Douglas, they were hamming it up. I really didn't dig their portrayal of they just seemed like cartoon senators. Like that's how, like a parody, if you will.
Cartoon Douglases.
Well, cartoon Douglases. Yes. So that those were the 2 things I did not like, but overall I really liked the episode. I thought it was something different and I enjoyed it. So 4 gavels.
I wonder if we'll ever see eye to eye on an episode of Matlock. We do have our episodes where we tend to fall in the middle, but this one was a 2.5 out of 5 for me. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It's just somewhere in the middle. It's like, make up your mind if you want Tyler in the episode or not, because his little cameo really had nothing to do with the overall plot of the story. A lot of the threads, like with the Douglases, we didn't really get any follow through on them. I felt like there's too many characters and they weren't utilized in the ways that maybe they should have been. But overall, the episode was fine. I just wish that we had a little bit more focus on what was happening. But yeah, 2.5 out of 5.
All right. Okay. We have agreed in the past. I don't know why you're making it sound so dramatic, like we're on opposite ends of the spectrum.
I know, we just have been, I think this one and the last one, because I really loved the network and you did not.
Correct. That is correct. Yes.
I just hated the thing. Yeah.
All right. Well, Jason, where can folks get in touch with us if they have a comment, question, or concern?
Email me, benmattalk@gmail.com. Ask me how I'm doing.
Okay. Yes. Jason wants to talk to you. Please.
Yes, you can reach me at benmattalk@gmail.com. Let me know if you like long walks on the beach.
I have no idea why this is so funny, ladies and gentlemen. It just is. Anyways, you can also leave us a message on the Facebook page. It is at Mattalk Podcast. We do have a Twitter, even though it's trash. It's at Mattalk_podcast. Again, we seriously need some votes. We need your help. Tell us whether we should keep the Twitter or not, because I'm for getting rid of it. Jason is not. So we're stalemate.
I think we should just leave it there and just let it be. See what happens when we just let it do its own thing. But I want to know what your favorite pudding flavor is, because I had this debate with myself today, because I love butterscotch pudding, but I also love banana pudding, and I love tapioca pudding and chocolate pudding. Not so much vanilla pudding. Vanilla pudding is just pudding without any flavor. Pistachio pudding. God, I want some pudding.
I can't believe you had this conversation with yourself.
I was thinking about it in the back of my mind because I texted my girlfriend, I'm watching Matlock. She said, well, you having pudding with it? And then I was like, God, I want pudding now. I just started thinking of butterscotch, and I went on a whole rabbit hole.
I don't know. I think that's a very, very, very insensitive thing to say. Not everybody that watches Matlock eats pudding.
What is your favorite pudding?
I'm a butterscotch guy.
All right.
Yeah. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about our other podcasting projects. You can check me out. PVDcast.com is the online home of yours truly, where you can get the PVDcast, which is my personal podcasting project. And, of course, it's also available through all those major outlets as well. Jason, where can folks get their hands, their ears, their eyes, their whatever on the cool stuff that the three geeks are doing?
You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and all audio outlets at 3 Geeks Podcast. If you want a quick link to them, go to 3geeks.ninja, and you could find me talking to people online. I love talking. Send me a friend request on Facebook at 3geeksj.
Okay. All right. With that, then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for checking out the episode. And as they say in court, nothing further. The following has been a joint production of the 3 Geeks Podcast and John Orlando Enterprises, LLC. Copyright 2021.